All right, y'all. Little Criminals. This is the only of Randy Newman's albums, as good as they are, to have got a gold record out of it. I guess that wasn't a soundtrack or something. Um, and this album got gold mostly because of the song "Short People," being as kind of a big hit as it was. We will listen to Short People someday. Today we are not going to be listening to Short People. We are going to be listening to one of my other favorite songs on the album. Um, which I just everything about this song, everything about this song is just so good. And like when I was a kid, we're gonna preface this. When I was a kid, we didn't have cable TV at our house for a long time. Um, but I would go and spend weekends with my grandparents, and they had cable. And my grandma, my dad's mom, because my dad's dad died when I was 5 or 6, we would watch Nick at Night together, and I loved it. I loved the shows. I really liked Dick Van Dyke and I Love Lucy. I loved Welcome Back, Cotter. I really liked Barney Miller. I think Barney Miller is a great show. Watched some F Troop. Watched a lot of Dragnet. Really enjoyed it, Dragnet, and I still do to this day. The old Jack Webb Dragnet. I love it. I love it. It's kind of ridiculous. I love it. This song makes me think of that. Like I've never seen what he's talking about in this song. I've never seen it happen. Um, but I can picture it with what little information I have gleaned from John needs to pop from watching shows like Dragnet. Maybe Chips a little bit. Didn't watch a whole lot of Chips. Nothing against you, Eric Estrada. It wasn't my show. So let's listen to Jolly Coppers on Parade and see if you can picture it as well as I can picture it. Okay?
Coming down the street, coming right down the middle. You gotta keep the beat, but as blue as the ocean. How the sun shines down, how their feet hardly touch the ground. Jolly coppers on parade. Come to black and whites, come to motorcycles. It's those engines raw. Now they're doing tricks for the children. Oh, they look so nice. Looks like angels have come down from paradise. Jolly coppers on parade. Oh, mama, that's the life for me. When I'm grown, that's what I wanna be. Coming down the street, coming right down the middle. Gotta keep the beat, coming to the heart of the city.
I excuse me. I absolutely love that song. Pardon me while I die. Um the first time I heard it, I remember the first time I heard it. I didn't start listening to Randy Newman until I was in early high school. So 98, 99, somewhere in there. I know I was listening to it in 99, so I probably started listening to Randy Newman in summer of 98. It's my dad probably bought a CD or something. That's how I found a lot of music. I would steal it from my parents, listen to it, and put it back. Sometimes. Not that like it was under lock and key. Nothing ever was musically in the house. They listened to a lot of stuff I don't really care for, like Rolling Stones. Not a big fan. AC/DC, not a big fan. Warren Zevon, hey, tell me about this. Randy Newman, I'm in. I'm invested. I remember the first time I heard this song and just that piano coming in. Just I don't know what it was about that. Even to this day, that piano just grabs my attention. I don't know if it's kind of bright, kind of a little just it's not a soft piano like we heard in songs like Think It's Gonna Rain Today or Marie when we listen to those or the see if I can get that not running out of there. There we go. Um it's a harder piano, it's a brighter piano, a little more rock piano. Pardon me. And I really like tonally how that piano sounds. And it drives but in a different way than I think I usually hear piano because it's the movement is all left hand, which is not that unusual, but it's almost lazy, you know? Just that well, let's play it for a second. We can play it again. I don't care. So I just whatever because it's very simple. The right hand we're just establishing chords. The left hand is we're moving from one to the other. That's how it's supposed to like that's how that works, right? There's nothing weird about that. But for whatever reason, just the way he's doing it, the way he's moving those chords grabbed my attention so hard when I was a younger man, and it still does today, and I absolutely love it. Cuz it's almost backwards the way he's doing it a little bit. I guess is the best way I can say it. But that really just right off the bat caught my attention. And then you get the picture. He starts painting the picture. They're coming down the street. They're coming right down the middle. Look how they keep the beat. They're as blue as the ocean. How the sun shines down. How their feet hardly touch the ground. Jolly coppers on parade. And when you if you close your eyes and you just picture exactly what he's talking about with that music, I can God, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm picturing like standing in the middle of the street and I'm looking down and there's buildings and it's a bright sunshiny day, which I mean this was LA in the late 70s, so probably not very bright and shiny. But I it's this Norman Rockwell-ish kind of image of I just filling the street, police on foot, on motorcycles, horses. I probably didn't have horses in LA, but you know what I mean. I can see it, and it's like this Americana thing for me, and I don't know what it is about it because that does not like that whole idea doesn't interest me, attract me in any way at all. But when I close my eyes and I listen to him sing about it, I can picture it, and there's something just really pretty about it to me. And I think it's just the way he describes it. And it's not like there's no detail. He's not making it seem I don't know. He's not digging into any one thing. The second part of that verse. Here come the black and whites. Here come the motorcycles. Listen to those engines roar. Now they're doing tricks for the children. And I see like just all across, just a line, 3 or 4 rows deep, maybe 6, 8 motorcycles. I can see here if I play the music. I'm gonna do it again. I'll get even better at this. Okay. So one dude right in the middle, and there's on either side. And again, big bright sunshiny day, buildings, 4 lanes of traffic, sidewalks are full of people. It's a parade, 4th of July. Okay. And they're not like a V like birds migrating, but it's a shallow V. Like one guy's just a little in front of everybody else. And like the helmets and the glasses and all the chrome on the motorcycles, and they're just out in front leading the thing. And then behind them is everybody in the blue uniforms. And just, I don't know what it is about that. It gives me a good feeling. And that's really bizarre to say, but like I see it and that's how I feel about it in my mind. I can feel this is going to sound crazy. When I picture it in my mind, I can feel how warm it is. Does that make sense? Like, I don't go to parades. I hate parades. Parades are the dumbest thing that I could ever think to do, because it's like here we have a 4th of July parade. It's the end of June. It's 95 degrees. You're going to go stand out in the sun and just look at people drive slow? That is the stupidest thing. The only thing more stupid than that is being in the damn thing. And I've been in like 4 or 5 of them for the marching band and other nonsense. But this sounds wonderful. I don't know how he did it. He took something that I absolutely would hate and make it sound like something I would want to be a part of. Obviously, our relationship with law enforcement has changed a little bit since 1977. And I want to going to get political here for a minute. There needs to be accountability when police act poorly. There just has to be. It needs to be that way for everything. There needs to be accountability. If there is none, if there's no accountability, the less accountability you have, the more impunity you have. And that is not how that should work in law enforcement. I have always thought, and it's different everywhere you live, I have always thought that there needs to be more beat cops. There needs to, get out of your car, walk around, get to know the people in your neighborhood, the people that you are there to serve and protect. Get to know them by name. Let them know you by name. I think that's a big thing that's missing. And I think that goes a long way to bringing back the level of comfort people would have around police, the level of respect, not just for the police, but that the police will have for the people that they work with. I think it's incredibly important. And I think it's horrible that it doesn't happen anymore. And I base this on, not exactly the best model for it, but I watched a lot of movies, talked about watching Dragnet and all that stuff. And you think of movies, and he's been in so many of them, but a movie where Carl Malden is playing a beat cop in New York, right? And there's kids and they're getting in trouble. And he's like, I know your mother, and I'm going to tell her. It's like, it's not my job to discipline you, but I'm going to tell your parents that I caught you, right? But if you start doing something that's really stupid, we're going to have a conversation. I'm not going to lock you up. I'm not going to take you in. What you're doing isn't illegal, but it's really stupid and you really need to cut it out. And we don't have that anymore. It doesn't feel like we have that anymore. And that's the thing that I feel is missing, like like there was, I read it in the news for the podcast a couple weeks ago, like a 12-year-old kid got arrested for disturbing his classmates in school, and he's in like the special ed program. He got arrested for that. That's nonsense. That is absolute nonsense. And that's like on the list of things that cops have done. That is way at the bottom. Way, way at the bottom. We've got the George Floyd situation, Trayvon Martin. We've got all of these things happening. And if you just get out of your car, man, walk around, talk to people. You'll know who lives where and what they do, and people will be less nervous to come and talk to you. And you'll be less nervous from talking to somebody else. Just here in my little tiny town about a month ago. I think some cops are out serving a warrant somewhere, and the dude parked under a pine tree, which is not smart. And like pine cones fell out of the pine tree, hit his car, bounced off, and the dude like drew his gun and just started like shooting because he thought he was getting shot at. Well, I'm nothing as far as I know so far. There's been no like disciplinary action on the guy for discharging a weapon at random in public, but that's somebody who isn't comfortable in their job, who has a lot of power and a lot of authority, but is nervous. And that's bad. And I get it can be stressful and it can be a dangerous job. But you allay that by, I don't know why the hell we're talking about this. But again, like if you are familiar with the situation, you will react better. And I would never want to be a cop. I would be terrible. I would be fired. And I would be fired because I would like radio in, parking my patrol car at the corner of D and 9th, gonna take a walk. I'll be back. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. I'll go down to, I don't know, 16th. I'll go down to H and 16th and I'll come back. Just gonna take a walk, check out the neighborhood, see what's going on, see how everybody is. And I would be fired day 2 because that's kind of nonsense I would do. But that's the thing I think that needs to be happening. I think we need better training. I think we need to not give anybody who shows up with a pulse and all their fingers a badge and a gun. I think we need to better fund alternative responses. And I think we just, you're a part of the community. Go out in it. Be in it. People will feel better about you being there if they see you there. And they see that you're not, an asshole about it, right? Anyway, that's my thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm out of coffee, which means it's time to go. And I think my washing machine stopped about an hour ago and I need to do some laundry. So thank you guys. We'll be back next week with some more Randy Newman. Just 2, maybe 3 more songs. Then we'll shift. We'll go listen to some other stuff. Okay.